Coach Michael Benn, Coach, preseason wrapping up, first game now a few days away. Talk about how preseason went.
Preseason went very well. I thought the team really dealt well with having double sessions. I thought that we were pretty sharp. I thought we performed well in our scrimmage against Georgian Court. We're looking forward to getting started for the games that really count.
A strong group of newcomers coming back, headlined by the Berlin Conference picks, Dan Good, A.J. Markopoulos, Josh Daniels. Talk about how the return group has looked and what they brought to the team for the new season.
Yeah, I think we're fortunate this year in that we have some experienced players that have certainly performed well for us on the field and in the classroom. And so, those 3 fifth-year guys, Dan Good, Andrew Markopoulos, and Josh Daniels, will be vital for us. They'll play right through the middle of the team, and we're going to have to rely on them for leadership, for performance. They've come back very sharp, very fit, ready to go, and they'll certainly be a group that we look to first and foremost. But thankfully, we also have some other very good guys coming back that will continue to help shoulder that load.
So, in addition to return and bringing in some newcomers, including a few impact transfers, talk about that new group.
Yeah, they fit in very, very well. So, we were fortunate. We had 3 transfers join us last year in January, in Christian, Devin, and Ryan, and they've all been fantastic and fit in really well. So, they feel like they've been here forever now at this point. And then we have 1 new incoming transfer, Peter Tishy from Lehigh University, who has done very, very well for us. In addition to the 6 natural first-year students who have, made that jump to college soccer.
So, 2-year transfers. Transfers. They both know the PSAC East very well.
Yeah.
Talk about kind of what benefit that brings to the tough division, the tough conference.
Yeah, Devin and Christian have played a lot of minutes in this conference, and so they certainly understand the rigors of the travel, the difficulty and the challenge each game presents, and how even the conference is overall. So they don't need to get caught up to speed at that at all, which is a great thing. They'll be ready to start and help us out from day one.
Kind of looking at the whole, looking at your forward group, just take us through there and what we can expect to see.
Yeah, the forward group is going to be interesting how that all plays out as the season goes on. We have a couple returning players in Trevor Luby and Frankie Taylor, who was an all-league pick last year, that certainly both have a lot of experience. We have Jack Diefendorfer, who missed last season due to injury, who's coming back, and then we have 3 first-year students in Peter Tishy, Maxim Comperta, and Mason Clatterbuck that can all see time up there. So trying to figure out what the partnership is going to look like, who works well with each other, and ultimately who puts the ball in the back of the net more often than not will go a long way to figuring out those minutes.
So working back into the midfield, return Josh Daniels, who obviously had a short season last year with a major impact in 2021.
Yeah.
That midfield.
Yeah, I think the midfield's a real strength of our group. We have a good number of guys centrally in Josh, Devin, and Christian. Owen Slack, who's returning for another year. Dylan Barbieri, who's returning for his sophomore season. And then Tommy Bodenschatz, who's a junior. All 6 of them who've come in tremendously fit, very, very sharp. They're going to certainly be our engine room and drive our team moving forward. And then we've got some good experience, returning out wide in Jason Goldfeder, who was an all-league player last year. Brandon Duke and Phil Udo Inyang, along with Ryan Hamas, who's the transfer from Eastern. I think that it's a very balanced group through midfield, and one that we'll expect to help really drive our team forward. Yeah, Marco will certainly be our leader for us back there. We also have a few other players with some great experience in senior Thomas Hanvey, junior Cooper Jackson, who have both started and played many, many difficult games for us. Jaden Amato is coming back for his 2nd year and started a good handful of games for us last year. And then we have 2 freshmen that can see time on that back time, Ian Alicia and Shaw Masson, who both come in ready to go, and I think that certainly Ian will compete to play right away.
You touched on Dan Good coming back already. Obviously returning somebody who ranked high as he does in so many categories. Always a nice thing for a coach.
Yeah.
Let's talk about his helping to develop the younger keepers. Two young guys looking back there with him. Talk about
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. Anytime you're returning, a fifth-year player who's been an all-league goalkeeper in each of his first 3 playing seasons, that's a nice luxury for any coach to have. Dan is just such an accomplished goalkeeper and continues to grow and is driven to be the best he can be. And now part of his legacy is also going to be help preparing the role of the future. And so with Alexi and Jaden as first-year student athletes, they're learning college soccer, learning what it means to train and how to be at your best every day, and there's not a better role model for that than Dan.
Looking ahead to PSAC East play, you have a few non-conference games getting ready. We'll see against the CACC.
Yeah.
Always a tough league.
Yes.
But just talk about that going into East play and the rigors of that for them.
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
And just the challenges that East play for them.
Yeah, so the conference gets more difficult and more challenging every year. There's so many good players in the conference. The coaching is fantastic. It is really, really difficult to make the postseason out of the eastern side of our conference without question. So we understand every game we're going to have to be at our best. We're going to have to go out and earn everything that we're going to get. And there's not one easy game. It continues to get more and more difficult.
Rick, second preseason poll. What does that mean, if anything?
I think a lot of that it's great for the recognition that our fellow coaches and programs think of us, but it also helps, put a target on our back. At the end of the day, the preseason poll doesn't guarantee anyone postseason play. So we looked at it, we said that's great. Now we're moving forward and trying to get the results to make it come true.
We'll get you out here on this. What's your final message to the team going into that open game at Jefferson?
Yeah, very excited for the season. I think we have a great group that is capable of accomplishing our goals, but it's not going to be easy. We're going to face adversity along the way. We're going to have success along the way, and how we manage both of those things and try to make sure we stay focused on the next task at hand will go a long way to ultimately deciding how successful we ultimately are.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it.